What's going on, guys? It's Spanish for Cos here, and today I'm bringing you guys some Sky Striker frogs. So, you guys are probably wondering how does this actually even work, but I'll get into it. So basically, you're using Shizuku just as like a powerhouse to get out your Miss Starboy and boost up your Toad, as well as have a negate before the standby phase comes in, so they can't stop your Toad from summoning your dupe frog or your swap frog to the field to get the negate. You'll already have the negate from going into Shizuku and getting the Miss Starboy on the field, which is pretty cool, and I can't wait to show you guys what it is. So we're gonna go over to the Yugioh Pro right now, and I'm just gonna quickly show you guys what the deck is, and basically just kind of show you guys how I thought it would work and how I'm actually using everything. So what we got going on is 2 Sky Striker Ray. So I'll just show you the cards I'm playing, and then I'll get into the discussion of why I'm playing each one at what ratios. So then I play 3 Engage and a Hornet Drones. We got the Widow Anchor, Afterburners, and a Shark Cannon. And then we have our Simple Frog Engine, and we have 3 Gamma Seals, and a new card that is coming out next month, January 31st, which is Lightning Storm. And basically this card is a new Harpy's Feather Duster as well as Regeki for attack position monsters. So can't wait for this to come out. It'll actually be able to make the deck perform a little bit better going second. And then we have Paleozoic Olenoids and 3 Morella. I chose Morella because you're always going to get Morella's effect to go through. It's not situational, waiting on something to happen. And then Olenoids is the second best one, which can just get rid of spell and trap cards. And then you run 3 Infinite Impermanence, as well as 2 Compulsory, and 3 Strike, and 3 Judgment. So for the extra deck, we got 3 Totally Awesome, 2 Miss Starboy, your Boral Sword, Boral Load, Phoenix, Ningirsu, 2 Shizuku. We got the Siege, Kigari, Hayate, and Kana. So like I said in the beginning of the video, basically the whole idea is to still get out your Totally Awesome, but you'll usually have a Miss Starboy on board with your Toad, because you'll have gone into Shizuku, which is a water monster, and you can make Miss Starboy with them. I use Gamma Seal and Lightning Storm for going second cards in the main deck, because there's not a lot of ways this deck can win when it goes second. So I feel like Gamma Seal, since it's the Aqua Water monster, you can also discard it with Swap Frog to get his effect, and you can add it back to your hand with Totally Awesome. So that's why I'm running him. And yeah, Lightning Storm just to give this deck the advantage. And the Sky Striker engine in here runs really well, because a lot of the times you don't really have all the frogs to go into the frog plays anyway, so this is just a real nice addition to have to the deck. And then basically you can go into your Boral Sword for game once you've established the board and you got your frog engine going. Or if you don't happen to get the frog engine going, you always have the Sky Striker engine also in there to rely on. And Engage doesn't really get its draw effect, but there's not a lot of spells you're running, but maybe later in the game if you activate multiple engages, you could probably get the draw effects off. And I will show you guys some matches of how this actually works. So the first one here, Sky Striker Toads. So I'm playing against a Photon deck here. He's using the new Deep of Blue Eyes and the Galaxy Eyes Afterglow Dragon. So that's pretty interesting. And you can see I open up 3 frogs and a Lightning Storm, so that is pretty busted, but I'll let you guys just see what happens here. So he's gonna basically establish a giant Photon board, and they're all gonna be in defense position, of course, so I won't actually be able to even resolve Lightning Storm, so it's pretty much a dead card. But yeah, as you see, this is his ending board. He gets Star Leash, a Union Carrier, and a number 90. So what I have to follow up with, I'm going to just get rid of the Union Carrier with the Afterburners. Afterburners is also a really good card for frogs, helping it go second and even go first, because usually you'll only have a toad on board anyways by the end of the turn, so your main monster zone is pretty much clear a lot of the time, so that's why the Sky Striker cards can really synergize with the deck. So we're going to get rid of the Union Carrier and summon the frog and basically do the double bounce with its effect, so we can get 2 frogs in the grave, summon the Ronin Toadin as well as another Ronin Toadin, and then we can summon our Ray and go into the Shizuku. So now that's exactly enough to go into our Star Boy and a Totally Awesome. So that will give us attack boost, and we'll have a negate already before the next standby phase even comes. So I take out one of his monsters, and he's gonna try and respond to my Totally Awesome, trying to activate and get a Dupe Frog on the field. This is why I think this is one of the most important parts for this deck, is because you actually are able to get the negate before you get your other frog on the field. So since this is possible, I can actually stop him from even doing that, and I can take this number 90 with Totally Awesome's effect by just tributing off Miss Starboy. And I'm still able to get the Dupe Frog, which he'll have to attack into if he wants to attack any other monsters. So we're able to add another Swap Frog, and I get my Toad back. And then this turn, we're able to basically get a Boral Sword on board, and then we can get a Totally Awesome as well. So we'll have 2 Totally Awesomes, so we have 2 negates, or yeah, 2 negates, and we also have the Boral Sword, which can attack twice and turn his 12,000 beat stick into defense mode, so it's not 12,000 anymore. We can steal his Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon and pretty much just beat him for game there. He's going to try and come back on the turn, but he's not going to be able to. I'm just going to Toad his only play, and that's game right there. I'd also take his monster. And I finish him with his own monster, because, yeah, I just felt like that was necessary. Killed him with his own Galaxy Eyes Photon. So, yeah, that is the deck. That is one of the matches I had. Here is another match I got going on, Sky Striker Frogs. If it'll load, of course. We'll have to exit, we'll try that again. We had some kind of lag there. Alright, so here we go. I was able to get a Swap Frog and then basically awesome traps. And then we're going to get the Swap Frog going and bounce its effect and set 4. He's going to get rid of my infinite impermanence before I can even do anything with it. And I'm going to solemn his Magister. So since Lightning Storm, I pulled that, I was able to just clear all of his back row, because I don't have any face-up cards. That's another really good reason Storm can come in handy for this deck. You're not really using a lot of face-up cards if you can't get your Frog engine going. So Lightning Storm is going to be perfect for this deck, and hopefully can make it a little bit more competitive, as well as adding the Sky Striker engine. I feel like that works really well. Perfect synergy with the Shizuku. So we're gonna standby phase summon a Dupe Frog, the Dupe effect, and we can basically go into a Miss Starboy, or we're gonna go into the Boral Sword and just end it for game right here. So in this game, we actually didn't even pull any of the Sky Striker cards. But that's why they're in there. They're just there if you don't get the Frog engine going. But if you get the Frog engine going, you're not going to really need the Sky Striker cards. but they're really nice to have in there because the deck can be kind of slow and hard to get it going. So here's some more wins with the Sky Striker Toads. We're gonna summon a Hornet Drones, go right into the Shizuku, and then we can end phase, add the engage with the Shizuku. So some of his Pankratoss. Pankratoss is pretty problematic, and he's gonna get rid of the Ronin Toad, but that's all good, as well as my Shizuku. But I'm gonna be able to come back from the 600 health, because this deck is pretty resilient. So I'm gonna do that just so I can get my Olanoids. I'm gonna impermanence his Pankratops, and then I'll be able to go into a Toad, and then use my Afterburners with the engage to get rid of his Bigfoot, and then I can basically take his Mothman. I don't know why I did that. That was pretty much a waste of a Widow Anchor. But I'm gonna standby phase and summon a Dupe Frog, and I'll be able to add a swap. So once you get the swaps going, it's really hard to stop, and they're not once per turn effects, so they can just keep coming out. He's gonna get rid of one of the swap frogs, but it is all good. We're gonna go into the double Mistar Boy as well as the Totally Awesome, and basically take him out for game right here. So we made a great comeback, coming from 600 life points to bringing him down to 700. We're gonna see what he's able to do. So I'm gonna ghost over his gates, and he's gonna try and pop a Totally Awesome. I'm gonna negate that. Unfortunately, it did not allow me to set it, but he ended it at that anyways. All he had was a 2 Shinoko. He couldn't really come back. He knew death was inevitable. And then we got one more replay here. This is the Double Toad OTK. This version I was running Lilith and some Reckless Greeds. This was a little bit different of a build, but as you can see, it's still working really good. And I'm going up against Thunder Dragons, it looks like. He's going to be playing really weird. He just goes into a Linkaribo. Oh, so this is the Deep Blue Eyes deck I was talking about. So I'm going to Canadia his Deep of Blue Eyes, and then I'm going to get a Toad out, and we can just get rid of that Linkaribo. He's going to try and summon his Deep of Blue Eyes, but I'm going to Solemn Judgment that, as you see, and get rid of his Deep of Blue Eyes. He's going to try and get it back, and I'm going to negate that by sending the Swap Frog I had summoned. And he's going to also then try going to Almirage or something with the Sangan. So I knew I could Book a Moon that to stop him from even linking away with that. And that was officially a turn ender. He passes it to me, and I draw a Swap Frog, which is pretty amazing. So we're able to get a giant board established now. We're going to get Mistar Boy, and we're going to go into 2 Toads and basically just wipe them out here. We're going to stop the Sangan with one of the Toads by sending the Ronin Toad, and then he basically quits at that point. There's no way he can come back, so he admits defeat. And I've been seeing a lot of good results with this deck. It's a lot more consistent than just the pure Toads and Frogs I was playing before. But yeah, I really enjoy adding the Sky Striker cards into it, and as well as the Gamma Seal. And when next month comes out and Lightning Storm drops in Ignition Assault, I want everyone to go grab some copies of this card for this deck, because it'll really help it in going second, as well as dealing with all the back row. So it is probably going to be a pretty expensive card when it comes out. I can foresee that, but it will be worth it. And then yeah, so if you guys enjoyed the deck profile, let me know what you think. Alright guys, so that was my Sky Striker Frog deck. If you enjoyed the content, make sure you subscribe with the post notifications, like and comment down below on how you think the deck could get better. This is Banish for Cost, and I'll see you guys on the next episode.